What has your higher self signed up to experience at this moment of your life? So we're going to have a look at what your higher self has really signed up to experience right now. So the assignment that is beneath the surface, this deeper thread that is weaving through your current circumstances. So I do have some same-day readings that are available, and the link is in my bio. For those of you that also are interested, you can book a glimpse into 2026 where we explore your personal themes in love, career, transformation, plus it comes with a month-by-month breakdown of what the year ahead may hold. So, Spirit, for the viewer, may we please have a look. Bottom of the deck, we have got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards. We've got the Six of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Brilliant cards. It really is a very beautiful spread. And I feel like the message is going to be for those of you that are really trying to build something, especially in regards to career or business. So there's strong energy here around independence and rising within your niche. But there's also this sense that you've maybe had to move through a lot of mental and emotional heaviness to get here. And so now the focus seems to be on staying the course, of owning your authority and holding your ground. So even if not everyone sees the full version of it yet, there's something that is unfolding here for sure. I think I'm going to start right here with this Nine of Pentacles because, like I say, it is one of my very favorite cards. So this is often known as pre-Empress energy. And if that sounds powerful, that's because it is. So this card often talks about sovereignty. And we hear the word sovereignty, but what this really means is it's talking about standing in your own power, knowing your worth, and no longer outsourcing your value to anyone or anything outside of you. So in a traditional deck, what you would see is a beautiful woman dressed absolutely exquisitely, and she usually has a bird perched on her hand. And this symbolizes spiritual guidance that comes through inspiration. Now, around her would be these 9 golden pentacles, and that would represent the money that's already flowing or just about to flow. And then in the background, what you would see are the grapevines, and that would be talking about future investments, the kind of things that you would put time and energy or money into now that are going to yield real abundance later. The grapes, i.e., can be turned into wine. So this Nine of Pentacles carries the energy of balance. It's that sweet spot between ambition and enjoyment, having that luxury and also the groundedness. So this is someone who's doing well, not just financially, but also emotionally and spiritually too. There's not a hustle to prove self within this. So this is a card that speaks about thriving, you really being in your own lane. And to me, it's a card that very much speaks about a niche, something that is truly yours. Now, for many of you, this might look like entrepreneurship or doing something very specialized within your career. Now, most importantly about this particular card is it is all about you. So if this was the Ten of Pentacles, this would be talking about to the legacy that you're going to create, not only for yourself, but for others. Whereas within this card, this is not about pleasing other people at all or checking boxes for somebody else's approval. This is very much about building a life that feels deeply aligned for you. Next, we have this Eight of Pentacles, and this really complements this Nine of Pentacles. If the Nine of Pentacles shows the reward, then the Eight of Pentacles shows the work. So this is a card that speaks about craftsmanship. It talks about the time, the effort, the focus that you're putting into honing your skills and getting really good at what you do. Now, neither of these cards are about busy work. This is about intentional effort. So you're building something very meaningful, some sort of body of work. This could be a business, a creative legacy, and you're doing it with care. So this card often comes up when you're mastering some sort of niche, and we'd mentioned niche within this Nine of Pentacles. Or this can be when Spirit is asking you to stay very consistent because the work that you're doing is now going to pay off. So these energies here that we're seeing, these feel like your natural talents. And what I always think about when I think about talents is in biblical days, if you read, then you'll hear that they used to trade their coins, and their coins were called talents. So this is you trading your gifts and your talents for financial reward. I really do feel like this is something that you've been working on for a while, and I think that coming in 2026 you are going to be reaping many of these rewards. We then have this magnificent King of Swords, and this is all about clarity and mastery and delivery. So this isn't just about having great ideas, this is about how you communicate them. This is about your messaging, your presence, how you show up as a professional, a leader, a creator. So this is you stepping fully into that role. So there's a shift here. Gone are the days of feeling guilty for charging for your gifts, for your talents, or believing that you have to share them at your own expense. There's an old paradigm that is definitely crumbling, and this card, it speaks to a higher knowing that your soul mission includes using your talents in a visible and empowered way. So there's something about this card that also hints at a legacy. The King of Swords can represent someone who's influencing you, or even a soul contract. This could represent an air sign person such as Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But it can just as easily be you, realizing that the information that you've taken time to process, even if it took a while to land, is now becoming your wisdom to teach and to express. So one of the things I really enjoy about this particular card is the way that the King of Swords has these 4 rows of teeth. And to me, that's deeply symbolic of integration, that you've been digesting lessons for a while now. And the wisdom is not just in your mind anymore, it's in your very bones. This 6 of Swords, I really love it for this particular reading. So again, it talks about a shift. So this is a card that speaks about movement, where you really start to feel this inner change. So you're moving out of that season of constant resistance or pressure or survival mode and into something a lot more calmer, something that feels like it is flowing. So in many decks, this shows a boat that is crossing a body of water, and that's the energy here, that you're still moving forward, but it's smoother now. It's less about force and very much more about trust. So the hard work, we can see it's still here with these 2 cards, the 9 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. But you've already done so much of it. So now you don't have to control every detail. You're really beginning to live in the moment. So instead of dragging the past behind you or fixating on what's ahead, you're actually being able to focus on the now moment. Now, for some of you, this could also speak about travel on the horizon, a relocation, a lifestyle change. But even more than that, this card speaks about an inner relocation. So like I say, you're not stuck anymore. You're not circling the same old stories. You're moving towards something that feels a lot lighter and easier and more aligned. And there's nothing here that you need to force. You just need to continue to move forward and let that current carry you. We then have the 7 of Wands that came at the bottom of the deck. And the reason that I like to read the bottom of the deck is because it influences every single one of these other cards. Now, in accumulation with all of these other cards, it feels to me like this is talking about choosing not to look back. So the 7 of Wands to me is about making a very firm, clear decision on something. So this very much feels like you're protecting your progress, that you're saying that you're not going to go back to anything that you have outgrown. So energetically, it feels like you yourself are standing at this point of no return. And it's very exciting. It's done so from a place of clarity. And although you might not have all of the answers about what's ahead, you sure do know that what has been created before, there's loops that you will not repeat. So this feels like very, very positive energy moving into 2026. We've covered quite a lot within this reading, and honestly, it's aligning so strongly with a lot of posts that I've seen about this year and the next. So I've seen quite a few posts about 2025 being the year of the snake, and then 2026 being the year of the fire horse. And that energy, it really resonates here. So it feels like you're actually ready for 2025 to take a wrap. It's like this year has been a building year, a refining year, and one that's maybe required quite a lot of grit and effort. But it's also clarified what's mattered to you. So the energy ahead, it looks completely different. It feels like there's this hard work and the emotional boundaries and the skill building. And this says leading you to 2026. So that 2026 is not going to be about grinding in the same way. It's going to be about momentum. It's about this flow that we spoke of. That really comes when you're finally living in alignment with your gifts and your value and your clear direction. So if you're feeling that shift too, if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, Avalon, I agree with what you're saying, and maybe you're curious about what 2026 might hold for your relationships, your career, your personal path, and your finances, then you might actually really enjoy the 2026 glimpse into the year ahead personalized tarot reading. And, we dive really deep into the themes and turning points coming your way in 2026. And you can find a link to that within my bio.